My man, Alfreezzyy. I felt the genuineness in the love. Pride myself on like holding myself in, filling out vibes, and you get to see who I am, if you even get that chance.
Yo, what up? It is your boy Alfreezzyy, and today we are back with another episode of Taking It Easy with Alfreezzyy.
Yes.
And today's guest, we got Jordan Official.
The one and only.
Bro?
What's up, my man? How you living, dog?
I'm living good. How are you?
Yes, sir, man. I'm blessed. How you favorite, dog?
You out here for the Christmas weekend?
Got in the flight yesterday, but I'm
Okay.
native here, so yeah, Chandler, Arizona. Shout out lots of family out here, so you know we just like to take the time, you know, enjoy the holiday season and shit. I went to high school in North Phoenix, Thunderbird, first year, and then I finished the rest of my high school at Perry High School.
At what age did you realize like I'm gonna start making music? Like this is for me.
I'm gonna be real with you, like young,
Okay.
but I was really like conservative, so I grew up in a real like Christian household. So the rap music that you know my older uncles, you know, was playing like Dipset back then, Old Wayne, stuff like that. Like I was sneaking to hear that.
Yeah.
But I was just so confused with that shit. I was like, what is this? Like, this is fire. Like, they over here, you know, trying to freestyle in the car over the beat and shit like that. So I loved it. It was into poetry too. While I was doing that, I was kind of, you know, going over stanzas, just seeing like the science of that shit. Just rhyming and just like doing like double entendres. I fell in love with just the craft of the music shit, of rap. You mix that in with just like, you know, the instrumentation, of course, the profile, and just, you know, what you see on the outside. Really was a young age. I got into it. Didn't start really rapping though till like sophomore, junior year. You know, once you get to that age, you like kind of like what my parents saying. But I was still hooping though. So I was hooping out there, still trying to pursue that. That's my first love, of course. Fast forward a couple years later, now I'm going to Pima Community College, trying to hoop. I blew my knee out. But before I prayed and I was like, yo, like I'm really good at this rap shit, and I really have never gave it 110%. But if that's what I'm supposed to do, like show me now before I like go into this collegiate shit and like really tap in, because I really wasn't trying to do either. You know, my knee blew out the week before the first game. Dropped the single that week after.
Kind of like a blessing in disguise, basically.
Yeah, I'm real spiritual, so yeah, I definitely go off of signs and things like that. Of course, you know, my knee was but I knew eventually, like, all right, it's time to turn up now.
I ain't just ready to body everything, put it in the coffin.
How'd you take that discipline from hooping and put it into your music?
Man, it was an easy transition, man, because I think with hoop, it's competitive. You know what I mean? You got 12 to 15 guys, especially if you go to a good school, like you fighting every day. I think you just develop more tougher skin for criticism, people not believing in you and shit of that nature. I think that helped a lot with the rap shit, you know, and just me just being like, okay, like, I mean, I rap like everybody who's necessarily popular, or maybe my topic matter may not be as popular and I may not get the love immediately, but you know, that happens sometimes in basketball. Like I moved, no one knew who the I was, but you know, you gotta show and prove. So I think I'm addicted to that show and prove. If you're your own artist and you're on this independent wave, most likely you're an entrepreneur. You putting up all your own money, so you got to even be disciplined within that.
When you did drop that first tape, what made you consistently keep going?
The love. Love. Like, I didn't even get that much love, but I felt the genuineness in the love. It was like people were breaking down like, oh bro, like I like how you did that. I'm making people dissect the way that I grew up dissecting and loving this shit, basically, right? I just was addicted to that shit. People were saying this shit is affecting my life. Like, shit helps me get up in the morning or help me go to the gym, you know, whether it be just like a homeboy or a homeboy of a homeboy, you know what I mean, that he just played it for in the car. He's like, yo, my homeboy heard shit fire, bro. You put it on and everyone's on. So I'm like, dang, it could really spread out. We just, you know, stay consistent. And this is when I'm green into the game, so of course we ain't knowing about the politics and everything that goes into that. But it still was a good feeling though, and it let me know that okay, this is something that if I really put 110 again, I could really make something shake out of this. And that's what we've been doing since the first tape, and a lot of ups and downs since then. But I think now we had a point of consistency that, you know, I'm comfortable within like the sound and the business side of it. You know, I feel real confident about it.
I'm glad you said that, because when I do listen to your music, you're more of a lyricist and storyteller than most new rappers.
Right.
Lyricists don't get a lot of love.
They don't.
And how do you feel about being that underdog?
Man, when I first started rapping, we were in like that SoundCloud mumble rap era. Like it was like freshly new. So like, you know, Migos, OG Maco. You know, no one will talk about OG Maco. They'll be knowing about that. You know, Yachty, all that shit, Uzi. So of course, like that's the fun thing to do, but I always thought about it as like a competition. I could do your same style, your same flow, but I could actually say something. And it's not even to discredit them, like they're not saying something, because in their own world they are saying something. Back then, before we got into the mumble rap, it was who's saying the hardest bars or who's saying the hardest schemes. That's how I got into this. So I feel like it just wouldn't be in my character to steer away from that. And I've tried too, you know what I mean? Like I've tried, I'm like, man, let me just have a little fun. Lights on shoulder is just hard, bro. Like I gotta say something. I think that's why people can enjoy my music, because I think they can tell the love. I'm like really attentive to detail.
Gain a lot of connections.
Yeah.
But outside of social media, is your social media, you think, have an effect on a lot of people that aren't listening or are listening?
I think it's in the middle. Now that I'm, you know, I live in California now, so I'm outside more than I've ever been.
Yeah.
You know, when I was out here, I think social media was definitely prominent because it was like a whole bunch of people knew me. So it's like you're gonna see a whole bunch of mutuals. So it's gonna be easier to kind of like with me in a sense, or hate them really in a sense. So when you go out to California, like I kind of like slowed down for real on social media because it's just so much going on. Like I'm moving so much. The music, connecting with people, going to their studio sessions, you know, writing camp. We're trying to bring it all together. Social media definitely does affect what we got going on, but we're trying to come to a common medium with that. Because I low-key am a fan of social media, but I hate using social media. I came in that era where it's like, you know, my OGs, I'm not showing my face on the internet, but obviously in the job that I do, you know, we gotta, hey, I'm waking up in the morning. Like I be trying to, hey, I'm up in the morning. I'm like, nah, man, like that ain't even me, bro. Like, you know, it is me, but I think it's more of like me being comfortable just now showing myself to the world when that was more of like a vulnerable thing. I think I pride myself on like holding myself in, waiting, you know, filling out vibes and shit. And then you get to see who I am, if you even get that chance. So when you do social media, it kind of bypasses that. That's why we really don't really have the celebrity anymore. Like when we grew up, like we had the celebrity. That was one of the most like corniest is now. But before this, like we thought the music videos was really how he was living. It's because we didn't know really what was going on. There was no social media. So the way we would see him, interviews, articles, music videos, that's it.
Now it's every single day, every single minute.
You know, we going in this new year, that's one of my main things. I want to stay definitely more consistent and keep that momentum going.
Speaking on the new year, what do you got planned for this upcoming year?
Man, we got a lot of music. I dropped Volume 2, you know, in the summer. I also did Euphoria and Ben Him kind of towards the end of the year. And yeah, we got 30 tracks that are done. We still looking for beats, so if you know you got that hot, definitely hit me up on my IG. JordanOfficial_ATG on all platforms, man. We're gonna start splitting those up into little EPs. Finally got our full-time camera due, so now we're gonna get that content out way more. Definitely a lot more behind the scenes, a lot more studio session vlogs.
And you mentioned R&B album, correct?
Yeah, we got the R&B.
Your first one,
hey, yeah, we got a little R&B tape on the way, a little trap soul type R&B. We got actually the single Vicky.
She my Vicky. She my Vicky. She my Vicky, babe.
I think they're gonna like that first single coming out. I'm gonna drop 2 singles. One's gonna be from my just a regular standard EP tape, and then one from the R&B tape as well. Of course, being in relationships, going through experiences, and you know that's one of the main factors. You know, to make an R&B tape, fall in love, got to do experience, got some shit to talk about, new perspectives to talk about. It's something when you can get locked down and someone definitely holds you down through all that shit. So I wanted to make a tape kind of talking about all of that, the that we had to go through the social media era.
I'm looking forward to it, for real.
Yeah, that shit.
And where is the album dropping?
Bandcamp exclusively. When they first come out, it's going to be a Bandcamp exclusive. Again, we're entrepreneurs in this shit. Y'all know how streaming platforms have been going right now. Hopefully we get a strike going in soon like these actors was doing. I'm actually in California. I saw them striking every day. Bandcamp gives you the opportunity to at least get those loyal fans. They get those exclusives, and on top of that, you get something back for that hard work. At this time in my life and my career, I think I want to get back what basically I feel like I deserve, and that's the whole era of 2024. It's going to be a Bandcamp exclusive, and then after that, of course, we will be putting it on streaming platforms because I know everyone does not have Bandcamp. I would love for everyone to join, but realistically, I know Spotify and Apple Music and them shits are monopolies. And of course, if you buy from Bandcamp, we're gonna do some exclusives that you guys get that come with the purchase, just so you guys feel like you're getting more than just the actual song.
When you dropped Lottery Pick Volume 2, what was that trend, like those changes you made to make Volume 2 even better?
I had moved to California, so I think at that point, I had a different motivation. Volume 1, I left the old management that I was with.
Okay.
All the songs basically before Lottery Pick Volume 1, it's like weirdly intertwined with that company. I had a tape called C-Town Chronicles. There's a couple other things that I had back in the past. I just got back C-Town Chronicles about last year, so we're still about to re-release that and get that up. Volume 1 was more of like, I'm gonna make so good to where this is gonna be the foundation. I switched streaming platforms, distribution services, you know, I did the whole 9, so we start from scratch, so I need to hit. Volume 2, I came to California, add some more tracks on there. I wanted to add my brother's production too. Shout out Prodigy Productions. Next year, he on damn near every tape.
That's been another episode of Taking It Easy with Alfreezzyy. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my man.
Anything you got to say to the people?
Hey, work hard, play hard, believe in yourself, and also trust yourself and trust that intuition that you got. If you know that you're great, you explore that. You figure out what that greatness is. Don't let anybody dictate that shit for you, man. It's Jordan Official. Jordan Official _ATG on all platforms, man.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man.
That was a go.
My man, Alfreezzyy.